So, Army is a vastly different team than they were last year. But Tulane and Army are going to be meeting up for a rematch of what was the AAC Conference Championship last year. Tulane is pretty much the same team. They've got a lot of positives. They've got a few negatives. That game against East Carolina was a little bit of a letdown towards what Tulane should have been able to do. But you take a look at this game, and Army is. They can't make up their minds which quarterback is going to be going in because of injuries. They've got a decent defense, but an offense that has yet to fully click. It's starting to show signs that it is, but you never can tell if an injury will come in place. So, this game is going to be a fun one down in New Orleans. If you are down in New Orleans, you should go see this game. No joke. Army is 3-3. Tulane is 5-1. This is going to be one heck of a game, especially considering that Army is looking to get back on pace. They want to make a bowl game. They're wanting to make an impact in the AAC. So, hit like, hit subscribe if you like AAC football. Hit like and subscribe if you like college football, period, or if you like college sports, period. Because I cover college sports, I cover college football. So, let's go.
Hey folks, this is Paul with Redneck Sports. I want to thank you for viewing my video, and I want to give you one thought process. There was a famous coach at the University of Tennessee by the name of General Robert Neyland. He had 6 maxims, but number 2 maxim is what everybody should apply to their life. Play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. That's how to live your life right there.
Okay, so looking at Army, to be perfectly honest with you, it maybe Helms that comes in as QB1. He's 12 of 27, 149 yards so far, not counting the last game. Thrown 1 touchdown, thrown 1 interception, been sacked once. Uh, Helms rushed so far for 109 carries, 450 yards, long of 50, 8 touchdowns. They've got 16 touchdowns on the ground. 3 each for Hayden Reed and Dwayne Coleman. Dwayne Coleman's QB2 or QB1, depending on the game. Briggs, Bartosh, and Carson Smith have both rushed for a touchdown. So 16 on the ground. Cale Helms is one heck of a quarterback. Sorry if I'm saying Cade. Receiving, Brady Anderson has caught 2, taken it in for touchdowns. Samari Howard's caught 1 to taking it in. So they've only got 3 touchdowns on the ground. You shut down their rush game, yeah, you shut them down. Defense, they've only got 6 sacks. They do have 20 pass deflections, 3 interceptions, 7 forced fumbles, 4 fumble recoveries. They're doing okay when it comes to the line of scrimmage. They're really good against those that are passing the ball. Andon Thomas has got 51 tackles. Caleb Fortner's got 36 tackles, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble. Oh, also, Andon Thomas has got 2 pass deflections. That's 2 different linebackers. Casey Larkin is their third leading tackler with 35. He's got 3 pass deflections. I mean, you're looking at this team, and it's an Army team, just not what it was last year because, well, they don't have a Bryson Daly. They don't have a Kanye Udo. Um, Penalties are 19 for 144, so 20. They're averaging 144 yards a game. That's really, really disciplined team. Um, you take a look at the Charlotte game. Hallam's passed for 50 yards. He was 2 of 4. Rushed for 143 yards, had 2 touchdowns, 21 carries. Noah Short, 1 reception for 44 yards. Ford, a linebacker, on for had one sack, and Fortner had four solo tackles and seven tackles total. You're looking at this game. Cal Helms, 2 of 4, 50 yards, no TDs through the air. But he rushed he rushed 21 times, two touchdowns, 50-yard long run. Carson Smith, six rushes, 37 yards, one touchdown, so three on the ground. And their kicker got one in. Now they did fumble once. Hayden Reed fumbled it and lost it. Now Stephen Nadozi recovered one. They had two sacks in the game against Charlotte, five tackles for losses, two pass deflections. Caleb Fortner, like I said, seven tackles. One was tackle for loss. Uh, this, it really was a good performance by this Army team. And if you're not paying attention to them, then they will bite you. You have to shut them down on the line. You have to shut down their rush attack because they're not as good when it comes to passing. So that's Army. Now for Tulane, Jake Retzlaff, 94 for 161, 1,167 yards. He's 58.4 completion rate. Thrown four TDs, no interceptions, but been sacked five times. Rushed 62 times, 388 yards, seven touchdowns. So this is not a really strong passing offense. They've got 12 on the ground, five through the air. They got six sacks that's come through. So, 6 games, a sack a game, not that big of a deal. Gavin Gordon, running backs, got 60 carries, 269 yards, three touchdowns. Burry Mobley's got two touchdowns. So they're relying on their quarterback just as much as Army's relying on their quarterback. They're not a triple option, but they're pretty close to it. So Army's used to playing these kinds of games. Just happens to be that Tulane's got better quality players, star rating wise and size wise. Now on offense, like Carl Lewis, Anthony Brown Stevens, and Justin Reed, all three have touchdowns, as does Johnny Kazguzzi. Amari Hayes is leading receiver with 19 for 266, but he's not got any touchdowns. On defense, they got 14 sacks on opposing quarterbacks. They've got 29 pass deflections, six interceptions, three forced fumbles, five fumble recoveries. Leading tacklers, Jack Shanushi. Okay, I can't pronounce this dude's name, and I'm not going to butcher it anymore. He's a safety, 39 tackles, one sack. You got a safety that has a sack. Two pass deflections. Dixon Agu, linebackers, 36 tackles, one pass deflection, one fumble recovery. Bailey Despani, another safety, 34 tackles, three pass deflections. You're looking at a team that is pretty much the same as Army in a lot of ways. Penalties, 51 for 472, 78 yards per game. In other words, they're not, you know, they've got a good secondary, not winning on the line as often, but the offensive line holds really well, especially considering who they've gone up against. Now, this past game when they outlasted East Carolina, Jake Retzlaff had 347 yards through the air. He was 26-36, two touchdowns through the air. Gordon had 10 carries for 34 yards. Lewis had two receptions, one touchdown. Calpine had one sack, and Despani had 9 tackles. You're looking at this, and they got no rushing or touchdowns. Lewis and Gordon got the receiving touchdowns. They had, Zakaro Lewis had a 63 yarder. Bryce Bohannon had a 32 yarder. It's in all honesty, like I said, it's not a triple option, but it's close enough to it that you're not going to see a lot of difference because they're having to put a lot of things on their quarterback. He's got 1,167 yards through the air, 388 on the ground. Amari Hayes got 266 yards. Really, there's a lot of weaknesses here, but at the same time, a lot more strength than what Army has. Now, look, John Summerall is probably a little bit better coach than Jeff Monken, but that's not by much. He's got these two teams are quite similar, except for Tulane's got a lot more dudes when it comes to playing football. John Summerall's got this team where he needs it to be. They're, very reliant on Retzlaff. Tulane should win this game just because of size, just because of they've already been in several big games. They're not having any worries in this game. Like I said, they've got a lot of things going positive for them. So this is going to be a Tulane win more than likely, but don't think that Army can't keep this close. Don't think that the Army defense can't work hard against this Tulane offense. After what you saw against East Carolina, there's a lot of weaknesses that this Tulane team has that can be exposed. And Army practices this kind of game all the time. All they have to do is get their offense to do exactly what they do every game, and the Army defense is going to be prepared for the Tulane Green Wave. I don't think it's going to be an easy game for Tulane. That's why I dropped them in the power rankings because they're showing a lot of weakness. Uh, Really, it's going to be the simple fact of that Tulane's going to be able to outdo them because of size more than anything else. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.
I want to thank you for watching my video. And if you like what you saw, like, subscribe, and comment. Y'all have a good day now.